Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers. Welcome to another edition of Krabby McCoffee's Coffee Show. I'm Rita, also known as Coffee Time with Rita, or Airy Sky Ridley, or San Juan Island Prepper. So, if you're new to the channel, hit the like, subscribe, thumbs up button. If you're a comer backer, welcome. So, I have some updates for you this morning. Chloe's about So basically, I want to say welcome to you all. I got my scanner up this morning. I'm going to turn it down. Chloe is going to go to the grocery store before it gets too late. Fortunately, this is her time to cool down. Fortunately, we have a few minor problems I'm going to tell you about. She can't take the phone. Today, I got to tell you all about that. Are you going to go to the store? All right. In the meantime, I'll take care of everything. So I want to. I think. All right, so here's the problem we have, okay? So Chloe's heading out to the store, okay? For some of you preppers out there that tuned in this morning, you guys want the drama, so I'm going to give you the drama first, okay? So the DCR is calling me. DCR is what they call a designated mental health crisis, okay? My armpits smell like onions for some reason. And I think it could be the garlic last night, but you know what? I got to put some deodorant on. Give me 1 second. I want to explain to you. Always prep for deodorant. Okay, here we go this morning. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to explain to you guys the drama part of this, okay? So the DCR, right, is basically seeing, as he said, Chloe is degenerating herself, okay? Chloe keeps talking about suicidal if she gets homeless. She's talking about hanging herself, right? So basically what happened was Chloe turned around, right? And I get up this morning. First thing I do is staying in bed. I got a little woof woof with me. And then Chloe usually comes out and says, "Do you want coffee?" You know, that's her attitude every morning. "Do you want coffee?" "Well, do we have coffee?" "Oh, yes, we do." "Okay." Then I said, "Well, we need to get some milk and some coffee and whatever else we need." So then Chloe turned around and asked me about what is a real meal. So then she triggers, basically, this is what triggered it. I said, "Well, if you'd clean this place, I could have made us a delicious ham." "Ham tastes like crap. It's all crap. It's all crap. It's motherfucking crap." So, hey, Dave, how goes it? So I said, "Look, there's hams fully cooked in the freezer. All I got is pull it out and reheat it and make a nice ham dinner, some green beans and stuff, you know?" Then she got mad. She's like, "Well, I'm going to eat another 3 pounds of bacon. Feel free to." "Well, I'm going to eat your bacon. Feel free to." I mean, at this point in my time, I don't care if all my bacon's gone, okay? Point being was she was basically being violent. "How you doing, Dave?" So Chloe turns around and not mad, right? She's like, "Call those mother effers up." Called it. So I called the DCR. Kept getting disconnected. So finally I got through to someone, and the lady was the kindest. I said, "Look, Chloe," I told the DCR, "Chloe is degenerating. She's literally falling apart." "Dave London's fine. So what's new, Dave? So basically, the drama continues. So I told the lady literally my side of the story. I said, "Look, I woke up this morning, I offered her a ham. She said ham tastes like crap." It doesn't matter. You see, the DCR told me I had to. See, they're building a case to have Chloe basically being taken care of, okay? But the problem is this, okay? You want to say, "Oh my God, I'm a tattletale." I'm not. I'm following her therapist and the DCR's recommendation. Chloe is desegregating, okay? Basically, what that word means, people, is she's falling apart faster and faster, okay? So Chloe's falling apart. Chloe's already basically burned her bridges with her mom. She's burned her bridges with her parents and her grandparents. She literally went on YouTube a while ago and said that her dad's a man in a dress. You think that bridge is going to ever be rebuilt? Her dad had a sex change, looks better than Chloe. And so basically the bridge was burned. But point is the lady basically said, oh, but what about Chloe's mom? Chloe's mom. You know Chloe's mom. I refuse to help someone who is abusive. That was her own mom's email to me. Hey, we're not going to dead name Chloe. I already tried to read Chloe the email. Chloe got violently combative and was like, I mean, dead name. Well, this is from your own mom. I'm not going to basically sugarcoat her mom, how her mom feels. Her mom doesn't accept her as a woman. So Chloe, I told the lady on the other end that Chloe's triggers are getting worse. I mean, literally, she's getting worse at different things. They have to document it. So if Chloe does end up in a local hospital to be committed, they can, voluntarily committed. They can look over the notes to see what the hell's going on. So if Dave says, "Oh my God, you told on Chloe," it doesn't matter. What matters is I've been doing my job. So while you think, Dave, the mental health system might be broken, the mental health system is trying to build a case to basically make something stick for in case of commitment. You see, here's how the mental health system works with Chloe. Currently, they're going to do a pump and dump. And while Dave says, oh my God, you told on Chloe, the pump and dump is simple, okay? They pump her 3 days with meds and then they dump her on the streets. So think of it this way, Dave. While you say, oh my God, Dave, you told on Chloe? Chloe's got, let's see about a timer, okay? I want to do a timer. Is there a timer, All right, so there's a countdown clock, okay? Counting down, right? Let me just see this. The event name. Let's call it Chloe's Deadline, right? Which I don't like that name, but let me just show you this, okay? It is on the, no, wait, the 30th at Pacific time at, let's just say 5 p.m., right? Just be safe. Okay. There we go. There you go. See? So I'm going to save this because it says currently we have 6 days, 2 hours, 38 minutes, and 37 seconds. But since you guys want to see this, I'm going to do this. Okay. There you go. See that? Right there. 6 days, 2 hours, 38 minutes. Right? There you go. See? I'll give you the link. And I'll email me the link. You see that? That's how many days Chloe has left. 6 days. And what is that? So the therapist is literally, and this had to be triggered by a lot of different things, and, I told the lady I don't blame Chloe. Chloe's got a lot to worry about, but Chloe's going to degenerate herself because Chloe is fearful, Why is she fearful? Because of it. So the DCR calls me back. Well, there's nothing that can be done because Chloe knows they're all talk anyways. But I figured I would. There you go. So I made me a clock here. Let me just click out of this. I want to see if it really does work to my thing. Yeah, there we go. So I basically made myself a clock that tells me exactly how many days until Chloe leaves. All right. So Chloe's about to go to the store. The lady knows this, but Chloe also knows that the lady's basically thinking Chloe's using suicide as an escape. But apparently Chloe's been on the scanner for the hospital. So technically, give me 1 second. I need to do my morning pinch and see if Chloe wants a morning pinch on her way out. So I push her and get things moving. Morning pinch. All right, hurry it up. call me when they call me. Thing is, they're not gonna sit there up this really thing. The lady made all the documentation. So, anyways, any questions? Hey, Kane, what's up? I saw you as I left. Phone popped out of my pocket again. This damn thing, I think it's half the time it's gonna break. I think. Yeah, pretty much a Chloe countdown. Yeah, but a lot of people, these Chloe lovers, like the Dave London, who says, "Oh, you're Chloe. You need to keep Chloe here, right?" So today's news is going to be an interesting day. As a prepper, has anyone seen the news about the yada 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 of Tucker Carlson leaving? Can you believe that? Tucker Carlson is leaving. That just leaves Sean Hannity and the Fox. Yeah, so how are you doing, Kane? So this guy here, do you see this rude person right here? It says right here, see? Oh my God, you told him I have no choice. Listen, Chloe's basically making threats, okay? If you want to sit here and defend Chloe, then why don't you go give Chloe a home? Because Chloe's got a countdown, and the countdown is approximately 6 days and 2 hours. Now, they know this. Chloe's basically getting worse, and I want this place spotless. If Chloe's not going to do the spotless part, then, the lady turned around and said Chloe had no intention of cleaning. Chloe's been breaking down. Chloe's been basically crying, okay? Chloe's crying. Chloe's threatening to kill herself last night. She was in tears for hours upon hours due to the fact that she says she's too disabled. Look, if you've been admitting you're too disabled, then you're admitting you can basically, Yeah, can you believe that? I mean, literally, what's next on the list? I mean, this is really important. I mean, think about it. Slowly but surely, okay? I'm not going to sit here and say I'm uh, something or other that I'm not. But think about it this way. You guys got to think for yourself. What do you guys got to make? You remember how I tell you, Kane? When I tell you, Brother Kane, what do you think? I'm asking you specifically to use your mind to think. I mean, like I said, the joke was, remember, I watched my cartoon President and binge watched it, okay? And basically, when it comes to cartoon President, I find it funny. I might watch it again. I'm paying for Showtime anyways. I just love that Fox and Friends thing when they had Fox and Friends. Well, Tucker Carlson, and then you had Sean Hannity, and what's the main question you got to ask is how many more are going to be the right wing extremists, as they call them? Okay, I'm not a right wing leftist, whatever, but how many right wing extremists are going to be there when it comes to Chloe, for example, or whatever? I mean, literally, you got Tucker Carlson canned. So what about Fox and Friends? What about Sean Hannity? What about Alex Jones? I mean, they're going to do a house cleaning at Fox. I'm sorry, Tucker. Anyone who basically claims election fraud and costed us $800 million will be canned. I mean, literally, I saw the news this morning, and I was going, "Oh my God, what are we looking at?" And it was like, Chloe's like, "Oh yeah, yeah, right, yeah, right." So basically, so Don Lemon leads too. Yeah, Don Lemon leaves. So I guess CNN's canning him too. So basically, apparently Tucker Carlson got canned. That's big news. Let me look at this for a second. So hold on a second. Give me a second, guys. I gotta mute this. So that was Chloe's therapist calling. Apparently, she didn't even flinch about the DCR calling me. Yeah, I heard that. Don Lemon was canned too, so I guess it's a tit for tat, huh? Anyways, what was Don fired for? That's a question I'd like to know. CNN fires Don Lemon. So, so basically he got canned. So that's an interesting story, isn't it, Mr. Kane? Yep. So Chloe didn't even know that was coming too. Oh, great. Close the damn door again. She's never going to get out of here. Look, are you ever going to get out of here? Close the door. Yeah, Don Lemon was also fired today. The Don Lemon for African American on CNN sitting there for 4 They just did. Oh, well, how come? They just did. Well, why did they? They just did. All right. So, who the hell is emailing? Oh, it's that telehealth lady, isn't it? Oh, God. So, she's got an appointment tomorrow morning that ain't going to do her any good. Yeah, you see that? So, apparently, the lady basically turned around, right? And I said, oh, yeah, I thought you were the DCR. And she says, oh, you expecting something? Yeah, I'm expecting Chloe's going to go down the toilet faster. I mean, literally, how is a Tuesday appointment going to help her? Oh, well, we could help, really. So you want to talk to her for 1 hour on the taxpayer's expense? For what? Chloe's been thrown out. You didn't help her in 6 months. You knew this was coming down the pipe, and all you got to say is, oh, Chloe, you want an appointment? I'm not talking to anyone. Then she finds out it's a therapist. I mean, literally, I would have been throwing a fit, Kane. I think it was the other can that I was looking at the other day and laughing about. Oh, yeah, I was joking about cans the other day, you know? I think it's this one. There's a can that I had. This can I'm keeping because it's got that's just basically me almond wood and a Cracker Barrel. That one I think is my favorite can lid. So I thought this was funny at the time, but hold on a sec. I want to share this with Chloe. Get off my clean clothes, you shit bird. Come on. You can't sleep on my clean clothes. Come on. That's clean clothes. Chloe was going to hang them up. If I was to hang them up, hang it. So, what are you doing? Doing this. So, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, people, sorry about that. Mop's upset he's not on the bed. Okay, so look at this, right? They got these little can things on the lid, right? This one says, top 3 whiskey chasers. Whiskey, gotta prep. Another whiskey, more prepping. Okay, one more whiskey. Isn't that funny as hell? So Don Lemon gets fired today. Tucker Carlson gets fired. The mainstream media is not playing for keeps. Yeah. See, the problem Chloe has currently is Chloe's basically, you got to defuse the situation. I've diffused it enough for her to go to the store. Unfortunately, as a prepper and as someone who likes the Chloe drama, Chloe, the DCR would probably call me or not call me. I mean, they're trying to diffuse it with therapy, right? I mean, Chloe's basically got a Zoom appointment at 9 in the morning. So with me, of course, I'm trying to, you know. So I'm wondering if my therapist is, in case of an emergency, we have a lot of therapists, a lot of this, but the Chloe drama continues. There's a lot of people out there. And I found something out too, but I'll tell you later. Chloe's like in her room with the door closed. She's, the thing is I want to get to some reviews today. Unfortunately, I can't do reviews, until Chloe gets back. Fortunately, I wasn't going to do much. I got the bathroom 90% clean, so I got up this morning, cleaned the bathroom. Chloe got mad at me, started in. I got up, wanted coffee, Chloe started in, and then I had to basically clean and use the phone at the same time by being dropped 3 or 4 times. Finally, I got through, and the lady was the most kindest lady in the world, turning around and got some guy like on saying, "Oh my God, you turned on Chloe." No, I didn't. Chloe basically, I've been told by the DCR to report things. I mean, look. Oh, and that's the other thing. Apparently, I gotta feed him today because he's unhappy, and I told Chloe to clean this damn cage. It's her pet. So technically, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna basically have to do this myself. I want to access the freezer, but I can't because Chloe's just. And I told Chloe at the beginning of the month to pick up some, bunny food, but she didn't think about it. She said, "The hell with him." I mean, that's how cold-hearted some people are. You'd allow your little guy to go hungry because you're basically, and this is. So she's talking about a great dinner on Wednesday, right? A great dinner or what? So Moppy's food's almost out again. So we got canned foods we can give him. So we're good for a while, but still, emergency canned foods, we got plenty. Fortunately, Chloe, of course, is not even thinking about anything. I bought plenty in the back I can tap into if I need to, his prepping stuff. I also got a 25-pound bag of bun food. I can do that. I like to buy the smaller stuff, keep the stuff prepped, but I can always rotate out too if I need to. So that's one reason why I keep talking about prepping too, is you can rotate out by more. Fortunately with Chloe, of course, she's getting to the point in her life where she's truly afraid of being abandoned. I mean, think about it. Her mom doesn't want anything to do with her. Dad doesn't. Her grandparents don't. The only one holding her together is me, and she's trying to burn that bridge. And you got to ask your question of why? Why burn the bridge of Rita? Why? I put her up for 6 years. I put up with her thieving. I put up with her cons, everything else, and then all of a sudden she just blows out of here like a wind. So, anyways, and then the point is, Chloe's like, through yelling and screaming. When I was on hold, she was like, "I'm not talking to anyone." Well, that's fine. You don't have to talk to anyone. The point is as you preppers out there, you got to prep because something's big's coming. And I keep telling you this. I keep telling you this, and the only time I'm going to be up here is when I'm in between my resting or the hot water tank is heating up, so I can give you guys updates. But I have to get everything done that I can. I mean, literally. And also, the manager's emailing, asking me to hire a one of those bug companies. Like the Orkin man. I mean, she's like, I don't know who lives with this many flies. I'm sorry. I mean, I even told the lady this. Chloe doesn't care if there's 30 flies buzzing around my bed. She just doesn't. And so, the lady, and I'll break it down for you, okay? But let me use the bathroom first. And then I'm going to break down to you the whole conversation I had with the DCR so you guys can understand what's going brain's broken. All right, so here we go, peeps. Thanks for tuning in. You guys are tuning in for the first part, which is the drama part. So basically, it goes like this. So I called the DCR, or the lady that gets in touch with the DCR, and the lady was very listening to me. And I said, look, I tried to make a few jokes, but I said, look, my stress level's through the roof. Chloe's got till April 30th. She says, but they can't evict Chloe till the 30th because she's still on the lease till the 30th. I said, yes, but Chloe's basically getting worse. And the lady said, how? I said, well, she expects, and then she says, well, why don't you just go to the local hospital? Because if she shows up there, they will put a no trespass order on her after she went in there and yelled and screamed at them, calling them communist bastards. And the lady says, oh my God. So she was talking about the word desegregate, and then Chloe's like, you're trying to get me committed. No. Yeah. So I don't even know, let's see here. Let me see. So I'm trying to find the involuntary commitment, So I don't remember how it works exactly, but there's a law for it. It's like 7-1 something something something. I just can't remember. Anyways, it's so there's like 3 rules. I read it recently, right? I think it was like, there you go. Endanger themselves or others of property. Well, Chloe's basically degrading herself. Here comes Washington Gov Act. Okay, so let me look at this. Okay, this is the thing I was looking for. So this is grave disable means due to the individual mental illness, substance use disorder, individual danger, serious harm, result of failure to provide for the essential needs of health and safety. Well, she's basically or increasing loss of volitional control over their action, is not currently receiving care that's essential. So the therapist called to make an appointment today. Mm-hmm. So basically, Chloe basically, it was like last week she made some threats. So this week she's basically, deterioration. I don't remember it. I think it's called deregulation. I think let's look it up. Definition of deregulation. I think that's what it's called. Emotional desegregation. Okay, so desegregation. Definition of di. So here we go. So the lady used the word desegregation. All right, I'm going to give it to you here on the screen. It says regulation of the metabolic, physical, or psychological process. Family dysfunction may control emotional desegregation. So apparently they say Chloe's desegregating right now. So let's look at this. Let me just give you this word. So this is what's going on with Chloe right now. This is the word she used, desegregation. Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Which I found a website I'll share with you guys just because, I'm worried and concerned with Chloe. I told Chloe this last night. I was worried for her, but thing is, Chloe was just in tears saying, I'm sorry, I can't do anything. I'm too disabled. And yet the lady basically was saying that could be a cry for help or it could just be a setup. Impulsive behaviors, lack of emotional awareness, trouble making decisions, inability to manage behavior, and avoids difficult emotions. Emotional dysregulation refers to poorly regulated emotion responses that are not within a range of typically accepted emotion reactions. Dysregulation can refer to significant mood swings, significant changes in mood, or emotional liability. Involve many emotions: sadness, anger, irritability, frustration. Sounds like borderline myself. Child learns proper emotional regulation skill and strategies. Emotional dysregulation continued into adulthood. Emotional dysregulation can lead to a lifetime of struggle, including problems with interpersonal relationship. Yep. School performance and ability to function job at work causes. We know a little bit of what it means to live with emotional deer. You might be wondering what exactly causes the problem in the first place. Why some people have no trouble remaining calm, cool, and collected, while others fall apart at the instant something going wrong in their life. There's likely multiple causes, however, there's blah, 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 trauma. Early psychological trauma, including abuse and neglect. Yep, that's what Chloe keeps claiming. So, disorders relating to desegregation, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, the ASD, autistic, which the autistic, bipolar, borderline, complex post-traumatic, disruptive mood disorder. What is disruptive mood dysregulation disorder? No, we know about bipolar. And this we'll look at. This we'll look at. And this we'll look at just because. Symptoms. Your romantic partner can't plan and decide he must not love you and you end up crying all night, binging on junk food. The bank teller says you can't help it in a particular trend. They tend to accompany dinner. Everything to be talking, have fun while you feel like an outsider. Outcomes: you may have trouble sleeping. You might struggle to experience hold grudges longer than you should. Yes, grudges. You might get into minor arguments. Let's just look at this. Let me give you this link if you guys are interested in reading what I'm reading. So here you go. Oh yeah, same thing. Okay, cool. We'll just leave it there then. Let's look at this. So, the substance abuse problem, she likes booze. You might engage in self-harm or other disordered behavior since it restraint. You might have trouble resolving conflict. She does. A child with emotional treatments, medications, depressant, antidepressant, others for antipsychotics. So they're talking about DBT. Marshall in the age for individual borderline personality disorder. Thing is, she doesn't even do. So, okay. So, disrupted mood disorders. This is interesting. Okay, let's give this one too, just because one at a time. So Chloe said she's heading out to the store soon. So let's see. The sense of this is severe recurring temper tantrums. Outbursts can involve yelling, pushing, hitting, or destruction of property. Seen her do that. Outbursts occurring 3 or more times a week. Seen that. Tantrums that are out of proportion to the situation. Tantrums that are inappropriate for a child's level. Yeah, this is basically this is for children. 6 and 18. Moodiness, anxiousness, irritability, difficulty, low parental support diagnosis. Yeah. Let's go to the next one. This is ADHD. I don't know what that is. Let's skip that. Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. Okay. So, sorry about that, Chloe. I told her to take a radio. They at least half-mile out. Should be good enough to work today, anyways. Mm-hmm. So basically, those are some of the things. This is bipolar symptoms. Bingeable bipolar, at least one manic episode, manic 2, being easily distracted, decreased need for sleep. She's been sleeping less and playing her game. Delusions are expansive mood. Here, let's just share this so you guys are curious about this. I told the lady, she said that disegregation, but you guys can figure this out because I'm not going to sit here all day basically doing this, okay? Borderline personality disorder. We'll just do this too. I told the lady she had 23 um, so, they claim Chloe's borderline, but no one knows. Fear of abandonment, that's something that me and Zoe were talking about. Unstable tense, uncertain limit self-image, identity, impulsive behavior, angry, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. So, so basically, the thing is the government's turning around and, Chloe's like, oh, they're going to involve me. They're going to involve me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They haven't involved her yet, but the problem is she needs to basically realize that, the thing is people have been emailing me and messaging me saying, oh, you want Chloe in the loony bin. No, I don't. What I want is for Chloe to realize, the lady said it herself best. She hit rock bottom. I mean, literally, she literally hit rock bottom, you know? And because of it, you got a therapist. I think what happened is, I'll tell you what happened, because I was on the phone to this lady, right? And this lady accessed Chloe's file. And Chloe basically said, oh, therapy. And this lady was trying to call. And I was like, oh, ignore. Then the lady called again. And then I said, oh, I thought you were the DCR, right? She didn't even flinch. It was like, oh. So, the lady also knows Chloe. She literally said on the phone to therapist, Chloe's going to desegregation. What's that word? Desegregation, which basically means that she's literally falling apart at the seams. But their advocate emailed me. She said, well, what appointment time? So I just said, give me Tuesday. Tuesday. Need Tuesday. This is very important to me. Oh, basically, so to make this drama stop, right? So I talked to the lady. I called her up. I said, look, my roommate, Chloe, she said, oh, is this Reverend Rita? I said, yes. And she said, what can I do for you? So I said, we got to report this. The DCR asked me to. So what happened? So I told her, look, she's basically getting worse. She says, well, what do you mean worse? I said, look, she's been basically ousted from her home. And she says, is she defibrillating? I said, what's that word? She said she can't control her emotions. I said, last week she made threats. This week she's basically, if I end up homeless, Chloe was talking about killing herself. And the lady said, oh, I said, I don't know. Then she told the therapist this. The lady said, really? I said, yeah. The therapist said, no, they'll do a pump and dump. She said, what's a pump and dump? Pump you with meds for 3 days and kick you out. Then she's basically homeless because she has no money. I said she has money. I gave her to get her to Seattle or to these mental hospitals if they can't take her. So she looked in the file because she has access to mental records, and she was like, well, therapist put in a pump and dump because, the last time she refused meds and they dumped her in 3.5 days because Grant County didn't want to pay the mental health bill again for her going to Smoky Point. So the lady said, did you talk to Smoky Point? I did. Did you talk to Fairfax? I did. Did you talk to Cascade? I did. Did you talk to Smoky Point, Cedar Hills in Oregon? I said, I did. She said, there's also, Chloe was trying to go to California and go Medicaid there, but, they just do the revolving door there and she'd have to wait 6 months for Medicaid. So I told the lady, asked me, what is the triggers? And I said, well, it triggers politics. She doesn't like that. Abortion pills could be banned. And she said, well, why would it affect a trans woman? Because she thinks her hormones are next. So then the lady said, so then there's a narcissistic side to her. I said, yes. She said, how bad? I said, pretty bad. She said, what is the symptoms? I said, the symptoms are she's getting worse. She was crying last night uncontrollably due to the fact that she can't do any chores. And all she wants to do is go to her room and play games. Well, you know how that plays out, people. Go into your room to play games. Think about it. Playing games. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You see, the Advocate 3 is back from her vacation, but Advocate 3 needs to know we have a couple situations brewing that's very important to me because next week's payday. Like payday is Thursday, I think. Thursday of next week's payday, right? Always trying to coordinate to go to the hospital, so if they discharge her, they'll discharge her on payday. The lady said she's got this elaborate plan. She's grandiose ideas. That's what she said. Grandiose idea. The lady I talked to said there's grandiose ideas. What we're dealing with is, I told her my stress level is stroke and heart attack level, which, to me, I would like to, and I said, I got piles of clothes I got to hang up because Chloe dumped them all on the floor. She said, did Chloe clean her mess up? No. I told her the manager went in their room and basically looked at it and said, oh my God, when Chloe leaves, you're going to need 4 weeks to clean this place spotless so I can have an inspection. Manager wants an inspection the day after Chloe leaves, Monday. Fortunately, I can't get it done in 1 week unless Chloe helps me. And if I have to do it all myself, then, Chloe just doesn't care. Now, she asked if there's any other triggers. I said, well, Chloe owes 3 months of internet. Her portion of the internet. And the lady said, Chloe didn't pay. No, Chloe doesn't want to pay. I said, on top of that, the manager wants us to steam clean the carpets because Chloe damaged the carpets. Lady said, well, how much is that? I said, it's $265. Split that in half. Chloe doesn't want to pay. She wants to basically shut down her bank account. Chloe's worried about all her money going down the toilet. She said a homeless person with $400 a month can live because they're in a homeless shelter, but Chloe doesn't want to part with one stinking nickel. And the lady said to me outright, that's a problem right there, is narcissism, because, I've also said I have 13 charges. She asked me if Chloe has a hard time making decisions. I said Chloe has a hard time making decisions. She's begged me to buy a cell phone for her. And the lady said, what happened to her old cell phone? I said Chloe basically made calls apparently to government agencies, and the government agency contacted Track Phone and shut it down. So that phone's no longer available ever. So the lady's like, oh my God. Then we talked about the local hospital. I said, she's on the scanner the other day. And she said, oh, yeah, the police scanner. I told her a story about my husband. And then I said, the scanner said that if she shows up at the hospital, they'll put her a no trespass order. Tells you right there what you need to know, my friends. That Chloe is a loose cannon. The lady even said she's, what's that word again? Desegregation? Huh. Lady used that word so many times. I said, Chloe's getting worse. Okay. I said, I'm worried about her. It's not about the chores or anything. It's about the threats. It's about not being medicated. It's about Chloe. I said, Chloe's got three problems in her head. 3. She's afraid her hormones are going to be taken away and her sex change is going to be taken away. The lady said, mentally ill person like that shouldn't even have a sex change, okay? Then I said to her, the second problem we have in this damn problem is the fact that the lady and I were talking, and she says, well, there is no way to involuntary commit her. That's the rules. They can't do it. She's not destroying property. But because she's not taking care of her needs and she's only playing games, then she says, is she on the spectrum? Her mom claims she's on the spectrum. I said, you want to hear a joke with Social Security claim adjuster said? This is why Higgins is trying. Me and Higgins have been going back and forth about the Social Security claim of his. I said, you know what they said to me? She said, no, please tell me. I want to put it in the record. They asked me what diagnosis Chloe had. She said, what was it? I said, there's 23 of them. She said, which one? I said, I don't know. She said, okay. Because we don't know, we'll just put all of them down. But if you read the DSM like I have, she says, oh, you have borderlines and people with autism, it doesn't mix. She says, I know, I have a degree in a master degree. My job is an online call center therapist. But she says, what you don't need as a therapist, what you need is, some regulation, I said she's falling apart. I mean, literally, she's 6 days to go. Her home's going down the toilet. Her home is going down the toilet. So the lady asked me specifically, can you tell me the story of why she lost her home? I want to put that in. I don't see any notes on it. I said, well, she went to the vet. Then afterwards, she went to the manager. The manager said, no, I'm not researching you. You have 4 years of complaints. She says, I want to see those effing complaints. The lady said it's from her eyes only. So then Chloe got combative with her and says, I hate this shithole island. This whole island's a shithole island. I hate this fucking state. I want out of this fucking state. And in the end, she told the manager to fuck off. The lady said those are symptoms right there that she was going to start the desegregation worse. I said she's been desegregation for years. The problem is no one wants to take care of this problem. And the lady said, this is why we need you to be our eyes and ears, because with this, we could look into other areas, So the Involuntary Treatment Act, which I downloaded. And then I told her how she said the police better not, um, well, here we go. That's what I wanted, the RCW. Legislation, definition, behavioral health services, commitment laws applicable. Let's just open this. And there's also a PDF. I want to open that too. So PDF says person suffering from behavioral health disorder may not be involuntarily committed for treatment such disorder except pursuant. So it's saying yada yada yada. So compensation, appointed counsel, exemptions from liability, mental health commissioners, offenders, emergency detention persons, behavioral health disorders, procedures. Here we go. Health disorders, consultation with the emergency room, so likely serious harm or immediate danger, grave disabled. That's what we're looking for. Evaluation by DCR, petition for initial detention. Chloe doesn't think they can touch her. Says here that a person's likely behavioral health. This is 5 pages. Custody evaluation. Subject B, the subject peace officer. Pursuant when likely. Person delivered to crisis stabilization within 3 hours. So they got 6 hours, she said, to get back to me. Behavioral health disorders procedures. So, but she's been told that she's going to get a no trespass order. So let's look at this PDF. So, emergency room. Evaluation immediate likelihood of serious harm or danger. So, as I said to him, she is desig relation, or she did, and the DCR in charge said that, Chloe needs to, she's being, and Chloe has this plan, but Chloe basically wants help but doesn't want to go through the local hospital. The problem is this local hospital is Catholic, so Chloe's got this fear against Catholic hospitals, When a DCR is notified by jail or whatever, it becomes aware that an offender is under court order. An offender is confined, no jail or state correctional, yada, yada, yada. Petition for detention, so involves stating there's evidence as a result of his or her personal observation or investigation may constitute likely serious harm. So basically, the thing is they got to make a case. Unfortunately, these guys don't know what they're looking for. That's the truth, So, basically that's the truth right there. They don't know what's going on. And, I told him it's going to get worse because, the clock is ticking, I mean, think about it. She's got 6 hours or 6 days, 1 hour before they're going to have the sheriff remove her and put a no trespass order here. And yet I'm trying to keep her and the lady. I told the lady if she can get a hold of a DCR and the social worker and everything else. That's why I told the advocate I want to talk to her tomorrow. I don't want to wait because I don't want to wait till next week when payday's around. Because if I have to pay the rent, for example, it might drain me. So I have to talk to her. But I also need to know that Chloe's basically triggered by money as well, So I told the lady the financial things triggered her too. She literally said, what you're dealing with is a narcissistic con artist who basically doesn't want to give in to anyone because of the whole ordeal. Yeah. So to me, that is pretty circumstantial because of the whole order, So it's been notified, it's been documented. If he calls, he doesn't. They're going to use the therapist to diffuse the situation again, which in my opinion doesn't work. I mean, look, therapist talks to her for an hour at 9 in the morning. That's it. Tuesday, what is Chloe's plan? Leave Thursday and go to a mental hospital. But the therapist keeps saying you got to do your chores. You can't live where flies are everywhere because you don't care. You're basically desegregation and you're allowing things to and you're causing more harm than good for your roommate and your mom and your dad and everyone else who worries about you but can't do a damn thing because you burned your bridges. So Chloe's sitting there and the lady's like, oh my God, mom doesn't even want, yeah. And then Chloe says, oh, I'm just going to show up in my mom's door. Well, I hope mom basically has a plan because, frankly, let me use the restroom. But I want to tell you guys a story real quick before, so you guys can comment. She said she was going to go to McLean Hospital. That's where they did Girl Interrupted. That's the main hospital for borderlines. She was going to fly to Boston. So she was going to go all the way to Boston and hope like hell a trans woman like her can get seen. The lady said that was literally a quote unquote grandiose idea. I mean, they're going to first think that Chloe's severely mentally ill if she goes all the way to Boston to get help because she can't get help in the state. And yet they're going to ask, why didn't you go to your local emergency room? Well, they were going to put a no trespass order on me. Oh, well, I mean, think about it. While I use the toilet, please feel free to comment. I'll take the phone with me and the radio. Okay, peeps, I'm back. So she's not even at the halfway mark with the radio. So, but email came in. We got nothing from the advocate. All right. So basically, the lady said she can get in touch with the right people, but I told Chloe I don't think they did. They went straight for the therapist again because I think therapists can diffuse the situation, even though your tax dollars, people in Washington's tax dollars, the Medicare dollars are all going towards this mental health problem, which is basically milk Chloe for the cash cow, which I think they're doing because think about it. To me, I've had high blood pressure, okay? My high blood pressure would go away if Chloe basically stopped stressing me. Fortunately, the lady's more concerned about my health right now than Chloe's. Fortunately, with Chloe being kicked out in approximately 6 days and whatever else, let me check that email real quick. 6 days event Chloe's deadline. Yeah, well, 6 days, 7 hours, and or 6 days, 1 hour, 44 minutes, and 0 seconds. So you guys have seen this already. It's pretty entertaining. So, anyways, that there's a countdown somewhere, A Chloe countdown low. Yes, the Chloe countdown low. Kane, you still with me? So basically, the point is, I had goals today. Okay, I got the bathroom nearly clean. Okay, so basically, my plan was clean the bathroom, clean the kitchen, vacuum today. Right? Chloe, of course, is upset because I'm doing it, and I told the lady that. So, it's hold on, hi. And so, the point is you, the people, need to realize, that we, as in citizens, one of the things is I told you guys something happened, I would be here, you know, you know. So basically, a lot of you people out there have messaged me, and you're like, yeah, what's going on? What's going down? And yada yada yada. Kane's still here. See, I just saw. Hold on, Pete. What was that? Okay. And the food bank's on Saturday or Wednesday. So, anyways, good to know you're still around, Kane. So Chloe just said, whatever. So basically, here's the deal. So basically, a lot of you preppers out there, you come in here and you're looking for prepping news. One of the things you need to prep for is something big's going to happen. I mean, think about it. They got rid of Don Lennon. They got rid of Tucker Carlson. Only day that Rachel Maddow works is Mondays. So think about it. The major news people are being silenced or canned. So if you look at it from my point of view, and this is not misinformation, it's just how it looks. They're now trying to silence people. And that's just my own opinion. So, good to see you, Kane. You're still here. What do you make of it, Kane? What do you make of this whole thing? Between the Tucker Carlson silencing and Don Lennon and others, and what do you make of the whole Chloe thing? I mean, thinking about it, Chloe. And by the way, my phone hasn't rang with the local DCR. Yeah, see, DCR hasn't called yet. Chloe's like, oh, there'll be some action. No, there won't. Let's break it down, okay? You have to meet the 3 damn criteria. Do I need to pull up the 3 damn criteria for you guys? Because frankly, it'll be entertaining by itself, okay? So go to download, go to this, right? Let's open this. Involuntary Treatment Act. You have to meet one of 3 of the criterias. Individuals' mental disorder, substance use disorder. Individuals in danger of serious harm resulting in failure to provide for their essential needs or health and safety. Well, what are they failing? Health and safety. Well, they get kicked out in 6 days. That's it. Huh? It demonstrates severe deterioration. That's what the lady was saying. Deterioration of routine functioning, evidenced by increasing loss of volitional control over their actions. Chloe's getting worse and worse because of the deterioration. But do you think they're going to use that card? No, they don't. Functioning evidence by increasing loss of volition control over their actions, not currently receiving care that is essential for the individual's health and safety. Well, let's see. She's she's deteriorating due to the fact that she's going to be homeless in 6 days. She's deteriorating over the fact and can't control her actions when she wants to lash out at people because they're trying to help her, and she's basically burning her bridges. Likely list of serious harm and substantial risk of physical harm will be self-inflicted, inflicted upon another, inflicted upon the property of others. Well, the only thing she does is hits herself. This includes threats or attempts to commit suicide or harm oneself, or behavior that causes harm or places another person at reasonable fear they will be harmed. Always threatening to hang herself all the time. Or behavior that causes substantial loss or damage to the property of others. Well, she's not threatening to destroy property of others. All she's doing is hurting herself, threatening that if she's homeless, she's going to hurt herself. So that tells you right there, But you know what? I told the lady Chloe cons herself out of this crap. So if she doesn't, here we go. If the individual does not stabilize within 14 days commitment, the facility can order her to a 90-day state program. And the 90-day state program means that she's in for 90 days. Individual transition to a long-term community bed or a state hospital. Investigator and court process our mental health treatment service in and themselves are not billable to Medicaid, Medicare, third-party insurance. So the state picks up the bill. So basically it comes from the general fund. Yeah, that's nice for the state of Washington. Yeah, see? So basically during 2021, they had 27,668 ITA investigations with 15,208 initial detentions, 3274 subsequent orders for 14-day commitment. So they didn't have any 90-day commitments. But you see those play on words? Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. The lady also said that, but thing is, the lady says, email came in. When will it end? Is what the lady said, Oh, she's like, thank you for your patience. I have a patience of a saint. Everyone knows this. So, let me grab my planner real quick. I got to fill in some stuff. So give me a second. And then we will converse about the next plan. Okay, so I got an appointment tomorrow. Thank God it's only on Tuesday. And Chloe's got an appointment tomorrow at 9 a.m. with her therapist, which, as you all know, damn it, did I even take the pin? No, I didn't. Be right back. Okay, so for some of you people out there, you guys have been good to me. The thing is, medications could work, but the problem is, again, is what's going to happen. So let's go over to this. So today is 4/24, 4/25, 2023, 9 a.m. Chloe appointment, 3 p.m. Rita appointment. There. So, there we go. So, we just fill this in real quick. See, I told her it's very important I talk to her because this has to do with the future, So, will Chloe get meds? Maybe. Will Chloe not get meds? Maybe. Thing is Chloe's getting worse. 6 days to go. Oh, Kane said. Yeah, well, she's been basically the story goes for disability. Kane goes like this. So she turned around, right? Let's see. Here we go. See, I just fill in the slots here. I got filling this later. Let's see. I've been doing this for an hour. So let's see. Today is wake up. coffee, and YouTube. There you go. All right. Let me get the green pen. It might work better. So tomorrow, Chloe appointment. So the story goes, Kane, if you've been following it, her Social Security adjuster that does the claims basically asked which diagnosis is right. She had 23 of them. I said, just choose them all. I don't know. I read the DSM. It doesn't make sense which one she has because she basically, yeah, it is what it is. So they gave her money 3 years ago or 2 years ago. And since then, she's been going down the toilet rapidly. All right, there you go. So just trying to fill in these real quick, but that's why. Yeah, so 23 different mental diagnoses from DSM. The hospitals bill whatever they feel. So let's see tomorrow. Oh, this is tomorrow's appointment. Tomorrow is. So I got to be up early tomorrow. Means I got to go to bed a little earlier. Then you have managers out until first. So. Okay, so we got that taken care of. Let's see, emails done. Phone calls done. YouTube. There we go. So, okay, so, yeah, so anyways, that's what happened when it came to Chloe. Okay, plain and simple. She basically turned around and she, um, um, you know, um, we're still waiting for the DCR. I got to get the rest of the cleaning done today, too, when she gets back. So I won't be on all day today because I have work to do. And I got to fill these in and do this and do that. And, it's one of my obligated things, I told Chloe, she's like, what's the point? Going to a therapy appointment. So I got to wake up early tomorrow. I got 1 hour with my advocate, so I better make use of it. Yeah, so anyways, there we go. See? So this is my schedule currently as of today. Yeah. A lot of you guys message me and you're like, oh, that's cool. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I like my 15-minute planner slots, So anyways, a lot of you guys look around. My cousin Dinky hasn't messaged me yet again. Anywho, that's what's going down the pipe right now. So, yeah. So, I'm just doing what I can. So I think the DCR is not going to even call me today. She's got other things. Chloe's all panicking, Okay, so we did emails today, cleaning today. Let's see. There you go. So I was talking to her therapist, Chris, and her therapist turned around and said, "Oh, do you want to maintain this?" And I said, "Yeah, I'll do it." Chloe doesn't want to talk to anyone; she's afraid. Again, therapist didn't say anything about the DCR. I think that's because they already knew. But Chloe's burned her bridges. I mean, to me, what are we waiting? So I got to get up early. I got to get up to about 7 so I can have my coffee. Chloe, of course, is, you know. So as a prepper, you always got to prep for everything, including but not limited to appointments and more. So I think it's one of these that I got, right? It's not this one. Or is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. All right. That's not what we wanted. It's this one. This is a compact version of 30-minute planner, I think it is. Or the 1 hour. I think it's a 30-minute planner, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. No, a half-hour planner. All right. So early in the week looks pretty damn good. We got got to figure dinner out tonight. Chloe's like, "What do you want for dinner?" I don't know. Let's look, shall we? Because dinner is going to be scarce. I got ramen I can eat. Had chicken parmesan last night. That was tasty. Finally, Chloe's like, "Oh, what we doing?" I can eat. I can make. I got to clean the fridge again. I can make pork chops, corned beef, or I can have these plant-based patties. That wouldn't be too bad. Chloe could eat those too, but she doesn't like vegan burgers. I'm thinking about having suddenly salad or mac and cheese and spam tonight, due to the fact that we're running low on stuff, and payday is. I think payday is what. I'll grab one of these. Payday, I think, is Thursday of next week, so like 9 days. Look. Okay, so I already called these people. So we're on day. Oh yeah, this is almost the end of the month. Reviews. Did we even hold on? Oh yeah, we're on this month's reviews. Lessons learned. Yeah, I forgot to fill that in. See. Yeah. All right. So end of the month reviews right here. So we're in a new month. I didn't even set the calendar up for it. Okay, there we go. This month's goals. I haven't figured out this month's goal. Pay Higgins, I guess. That's a must. There. Let's see. Chloe appointment today. Tomorrow. Food bank, and then payday is Wednesday, so it's 7 days. So we have 8 days left of paydays. Yeah. Yeah. And so there you go. See? So as a prepper, you got to look at it. See, my calendar is pretty open on this one. So you just got to basically make the prepping a lot easier, you know. A lot of people say, oh, it must be nice when Chloe leaves. Well, Chloe's all in a panic again. She's going to be detained. Told her they haven't detained her yet. So what's the chances they're going to detain her this time, you know? So So as you can see here, I got like lines and everything. That's my current schedule for the monthly thing. So I heard from one of my people that the 28th might be the day that my let's see, here we go. So that's that. All right, there we go. So as a prepper, I use these for everyday usages. Some days you guys get to see me use them, some days you don't, but as a prepper, this has to be done, you know. No, it's just oh yeah, I didn't even finish this up. Let's see, this is, oh yes. See, I got to fill in some of the monthly schedules here. It was funny. Higgins made a joke the other day. He said he couldn't even remember next week. I feel for him. I really do. What appointment? Um, I got an appointment tomorrow at 3 p.m. So you guys will get an update from me probably about 4 p.m. tomorrow. This month's goals. Pay Higgins. All right, so anyways, we have this set up, you know. Chloe said she was going to go to the hospital tomorrow, but that didn't work out, did it, peeps? So this is why I'm trying to. Well, I like the ribbon markers on this. Helps me know where I'm at, you know. Okay. Okay. So, for all of you out there, you guys are enjoying yourself because I'm almost done here. I just got to make sure the monthly is set for this. I pre-ordered some games, and they said delivery would be next month. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. I pre-ordered ahead of time, and I'm still waiting. They're like, well, it's a very expensive game, right? So many people are buying 10 copies at a time and selling them for 10 times the amount on eBay. eBay is now cracking down as scalping all these people, you know. probably go back to bed at 10 when Chloe's appointment's done tomorrow and get a nap in, But I got an appointment. All right. To-do list for this month. Pay Higgins. Okay, so planner's all done for now. I just put planners back and we're good to go. So I will radio Chloe in the radio room and ask her specifically what her status is and where she's at. And we will go from there. Excuse me, that wasn't ladylike. But, I need to get some more coffee. So that's something I want to share with you. But, you guys as preppers, this is one of my prepping tools is these planners and my journals and my other things. I might put made, So when Chloe gets back, I'm gonna log off for a while, and she wants to get something done today. She's in a pickle, so I'm gonna radio Chloe real quick. So she's got the coffee and the milk. The milk should last us till we go to the food bank on Wednesday. If Chloe goes to the food bank, Chloe's got a lot of trouble anyways. But like I said, this is gonna be a short video because I have to get some cleaning done again. So I'm going to be finishing the bathroom, which should be almost done. Then I gotta basically clean the hall, which shouldn't take me but 15 minutes, and then I gotta start hanging my clothes. Chloe, of course, has to get the kitchen done, vacuuming out here. And I'll probably vacuum here, but the kitchen has to be done. And, we haven't even figured dinner out. So it's either protein-based, plant-based burgers or something else, ramen or chicken noodle soup or something. We have plenty of grub around. You just have to basically be in the mood for it. That's another prepper's tool. Let's grab some coffee while we wait for Chloe. There we go. Like my morning coffee. Coffee time with Rita is very important, but I also need to get the cleaning done. I can't loaf around because the manager wants an inspection soon. And with all the dishes stacked up in here again on a coffee cup of no thing. Oh, God, look at this. She stacked it all up on a coffee cup. This is all the dishes. And there's flies buzzing around there. Can you believe that? Yeah. So anywho, as an American, you got to basically do what you got to do. And so as a prepper, you got to do what you got to do too. So Chloe, of course, knows that at almost 4 o'clock, there is no county DCR. Yeah, well, Chloe claims that, quote unquote, that as I'm on YouTube, this is what causes her not to want to clean. The lady I talked to thought it was the most disgusting thing in the world. She was very upset and angry that Chloe wasn't doing her chores. She says, is this another reason why Chloe... I gotta stop putting this in my pocket. She said, is that another reason why Chloe isn't doing chores is because of that? And I said, well, I think Chloe's depressed. She says, well, it's Chloe duh, but Chloe's been depressed for years. Thing is, Chloe needs to basically get on the right side of medication and management. Last night she was screaming and crying about what was she crying about the other day? I couldn't remember, peeps. crying about not can't getting motivated because she has no routine. And I said, that's what your mom wants you to have as a routine. And she was in tears and tears and tears. And I was like, look, if you're borderline, you got to do something. If you're bipolar, you got to do something. If you're autistic, you need to do something. I mean, she's letting her emotions be non-regulated. I mean, I don't know what to do, and yet I told her I'm the only advocate around right now, and if she wants to burn my bridges, then that's fine. And then she was worried about her property. It's like, look, the government could or couldn't be investigating. I can't guarantee that, right? Over the threat against former government employee. Fortunately, the problem is she's in paranoid panic mode. I mean, I feel bad. Is she crying? She was crying last night, and she was crying today. And the lady said, "What's that crying?" The lady I was on the phone with. I said, "That crying is Chloe. Chloe's crying. Chloe's crying because of she has no routine, and she knows there's 6 days left, and she's getting worse. I mean, literally, I told her take a walk, go to the store, get the coffee and the milk." She was on the radio and did they call yet? Nope. They basically tactically they use the therapist card to get out of it because they know the therapist can make them some money. So they're basically making money through the therapist, and the DCR knows, and yet, Chloe's what do you call it? Chloe's can't do anything. And the lady wrote that this is where, she said, well, Chloe should be in a group home. I said, that's out. She says, you can't tell me it's out. I said, I can. So the lady said, what do you mean? I said, the lady offered her a group home, assisted living, her own little apartment with mental health deliveries and stuff so she can get the treatment she needs. She said, what did Chloe do? Chloe told them to fuck off. The state agency put in a letter, fuck off. She goes into the state access files that she has and found out it's true. So she's like, oh my God, Chloe's really, what's that word again? Desegregation? Let me look it up. Dysregulation. So dysregulation, right? Let me just basically put it on the screen for you guys. Basically means she's going down the toilet. Right, this is right there. So an hour ago I posted this. Dysregulation. She said that means that she can't take care of herself. She refuses to take care of herself. She says, what Chloe, and then I told her Chloe thinks she's entitled to be taken care of. Yeah, well, Chloe told them to F off when it came to the group home came. So it's dysregulation. Right. I already told Chloe, that the lady looked it up. The lady says, oh, my God, if someone tells them $75, she says, what does she need? I said, she might need underwear and socks from time to time or cell phone payment or, whatever. There's a group homes have phones available any time of day. They pay the bill. Usually people don't call that much. Right. So to me, Chloe had a choice and she told them to F off. And then she told them she was going to, we also know she wants to go get even with other people. I told her that she has a revenge set, that she wants to revenge certain people. You screw me over, you won't let me live in your house or this place or that place, I'm going to get even with you. That was one thing she was talking about. But at the same time, the lady's saying that this is basically an unregulated emotion. Yeah. So is the sheriff going to come? No. Is the DCR going to call? No. They use the therapist car. And when Chloe gets back, I'm going to have a heart-to-heart with her for 5 minutes while I get the finishing of the bathroom and tell her, look, they basically rang the white flag up at the therapist. They don't want to do the thing. They've offered her time and time again to go to the local hospital, but what did Chloe do? She basically made sure that they put in a no trespass order. If she shows up there, even with the sheriff's going to have to do a no trespass order because Chloe's aggressive and Chloe doesn't like freaking Catholics and Chloe won't wear a gown. Think about it. Chloe's basically went down the drain. She's literally, losing her mind. And because of it, I've tried everything in my powers. Kane knows this. Tildor knows this. Higgins knows this. To basically, so the point is yesterday's gone. Today is here. Today will be gone. Tomorrow will rise. Again, the same cycle, but you can't get back. You can't take your words back. I haven't told the manager this. We both agreed. Chloe turned around and literally lambasted, She got mad. Well, fuck you. You can go without. You can do this. You can do that. She spends 13 charges and then screws me over and then tells me to F off, and yet I have to basically, tactically try to fix it. And she asked me, "Oh, did you get a hold of the advocate? Are they going to give us food vouchers so we can eat?" Whose fault is it that you're using my money for booze, your money for booze? You're out of money within 10 days, and then you turn around and tell Higgins F off on his payment. And I'm still basically got to make it up to him. And yet you turn around, and what do? You don't do nothing. I mean, literally, you don't do nothing. And yet you're basically won't even pay 4 months of internet. The electric bill's due on the 29th, and she's like, "Oh, that's your problem. I don't care." And then she says, "Make sure you get my stuff put away so I can have it when I come back." So, the point is hold on a second. Let me mute the microphone for a second so I can talk to Chloe. One.
Okay, so my side of this is literally when it comes to Compass, they don't give a shit. They just want the money. They just want to milk me for any dime and ain't nailed down. They don't care if I'm homeless. They don't care if I'm suffering homeless, starving. As long as I see them, and they'd be like, "Well, what can you do to? Well, what can you do to change your emotions on that?" Simple. I need a home. And then the advocates on this island are trying to run me out and make sure I never return. Not even to come back to get my stuff. It's like they don't want even me to come back even for 5 minutes to get my stuff. They just rather have it be all shipped to me, and then I can't be guaranteed what I'll get and not get. I just wanted to come back to make sure that I get the stuff I want to take with me when I do permanently leave. That's all I want. I don't want to just be ran off and then told that they only want me here for 5 minutes more. This isn't right. This isn't what advocates are supposed to do. I mean, is this town that corrupt?
So Kane says.
It's like the past 5 years. That's
Kane
all they've
says.
been focusing on is running me off the
Kane
island.
says, "Hi, Chloe." So gotta say hi to Kane.
Hi. That's all they ever want. Your own advocate, ever since October 2018, has been trying to run me off the island. All because I called CPS out of concern over a child getting abused by their parent.
Well,
and that parent just happened to have been that advocate's client, so she jumped to their defense. They tried to run me off the island ever since.
Well, remember, she also advocated for you in person with the owner, which we will not give names, the former owner, who gave you a deal where if you got medicated and went to the local mental hospital or a local mental clinic, you would be able to stay. But whereas
I tried that. Look what they're doing.
Well, tell the viewers your side of the story from 2018 onward. I mean, they're here.
I tried. I went through Compass. I went there and last year. They put me on IOP program, but it wasn't working because they're going to force my roommate out. And if my roommate got forced out, I'd be homeless. It's like they don't even understand or even want to understand. They just want what will make the money at the time. They don't care about the long-term effects on it. They don't even care. If I get into an inpatient care, I'm going to tell them to place me somewhere in Seattle.
Let's see, we got another guy. I think it's
and if
Dave
they can't
who
do
said
that,
something.
I'm heading south. I'm going south. And even if I have to go all the way to California, I will.
So Dave says, "You're innocent, Chloe. The advocates are the bad people." Well, Dave, I'm going to basically go on a limb here and say you're 50% right, 50% wrong. You see, Chloe didn't explain, and Chloe will explain it to you, Dave, while you're here, and Kane, her side of the story again, which is very important for you, the viewers, to understand. So, advocate basically did whatever, and Chloe tried to. You see, Chloe tried to protect children, and she gets burned. Then she tries to protect other people, and she gets burned. Then the tipping of the iceberg is 2023, when again, so I don't trigger Chloe's words. You see, she went to Advocates One office. They claim she went twice, and since then she's got a NONCA. That means for I'll post what NONCA means on the screen so we don't trigger Chloe. NONCA trespass order. You see, then she went the same day to Advocate 2's office, 234, and called the director a communist bastard, then went to the hospital. Police scanner said that if she shows up back to a Catholic hospital after yelling and screaming at them, they would put a non-trespass order against Chloe. Now, go forward to the part where the advocates literally wrote in an email. I think, Dave, you've seen it enough. I don't want to go into details, but just to basically play it safe, you know. So just to be safe, right? We're gonna let Chloe, while I get the email on the screen, explain the week of Moppy going to the vet and she going to see the manager, just to explain it again.
So I took Moppy to the vet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I went to go see a manager about your research, actually.
Right.
And they said you were being recerted, or more likely.
More
as long as
likely.
you qualify. And then I was like, I just told them make sure that my roommate gets recerted and stuff like that. And they told me, well, you're not being recerted. There's too many complaints. I mean, I asked for to see them. She's like, well, I can't show them to you. That's private. That's private only for me to see. And then I was like, and what about the application? She's like, well, we can't move you into any other unit in that complex because of the arguments. And right now there's a long waiting list.
See, Advocate 3 wrote, I don't have a plan other not to allow her to renew the lease in April with you. She didn't dead name Chloe. She didn't do anything. She just said this. So her plan was, in subsequent emails, she was talking about making sure Chloe wasn't on the lease. This was her determining factor after she went and called her advocates. I heard they were her advocates too, communist bastards trying to run her off the island. That's what I heard. She said that clearly they were going to run her off the island. Now, Dave says there's nothing wrong with you. Well, maybe not, but here's the problem, Dave. The manager gave her an option, an owner for medication. She didn't take it. Apparently, there's a video, which, since you guys have the thing, I'm going to play this, and they keep bringing this up.
I don't want to hear the video.
Fine, I won't play the video until Chloe leaves. Yes. So they say Chloe's got a lot of problems. Okay, I've been told by a DCR, and Chloe knows this. Sorry. Chloe, you see this, that he said the documented. So we're just documenting it. That's it. What? Fine, I'll give you a treat, even though you don't deserve one. So continue, Chloe. They want to hear more. That's why you're out here.
All it is, they want me gone, so
He said that himself yesterday.
I'm not even coming back to this island. I might just... I'll come back for my laptop when the time comes, but that's it. I'll come back for it, and if they try to file an order then, I'll just tell the law enforcement I came to get the remaining of my stuff, and then I'll be gone for good.
I personally have been fighting tooth and nail to keep her here, Dave. Unfortunately, there's only 3 options I have. And
I mean, I could come on a weekend while the advocates aren't working, therefore there won't be much. Therefore, I get more time because everything will be delayed, right?
Yeah.
And then I leave.
Well, I would like to make another statement, Dave. Okay, you say Chloe's mom should take her in. Fortunately, let's just say Chloe's mom emailed me and said, Rita, I'm out for my anniversary. Not much I can do. Dead naming Chloe. Chloe goes to jail, then it might be the best thing for now. Also, I have sworn to get... I've sworn off getting involved. So let me email you this, Dave. So her mom sworn off to get her involved, you see. But there's more to this, because I haven't finished reading the entire email to you, Dave. Then, because Chloe can answer this, if I do, I'm always the bad guy in the end. I tried everything I could from a distance to no avail. So my help comes and so does yours. So, plain and simple. Now, let me tell you about the rest of the other emails. So you can put 2 and 2 together, Dave, of what's going on with Chloe, okay? I cannot take Chloe back. She won't come here. I'm not dead naming like her mom. When lies when arrangements are made and is abusive here as well. Abusive here as well. And then the final part of the email was, and I quote unquote, is um, like I said, I won't get involved. Take care of yourself and don't worry about what happens to Chloe. She has made her own bed. See, your mom's dead naming Chloe. That's why I'm sharing with you guys these emails. You see, Dave. So if you have anything to say, read those between the lines. Even Kane, would you explain to Dave what you said yesterday about these emails? And by the way, the last part of the email is I was talking to her and she says it's got to be tough love kind of things. Needs to grow up and realize we aren't going to be here and rushing and save the day. And finally, the last part of the email, of that last email she emailed me was, and then I tried so many times, I just can't anymore. So, Kane, would you explain to Dave your humble opinion on it? And then I told, I told Chloe's mom the last time about, here you go, about what's going on, you see? Like I said, won't get involved in it. Take care of yourself. Don't worry about what happens to Chloe. She's made her own bed. See, I'm basically showing you guys the truth that your old mom doesn't trust Chloe and doesn't want to accept Chloe. I was on a ferry boat with her face to face, and she says, I can't accept my kid getting rid of their hot dog. Says, it's right there, I'll post that to Kane. Chloe's still, still there. You can explain more in a minute. Well, why don't, while I'm running the camera side from this end, why don't you tell them, the viewers, about your, your thoughts about your mom.
If my mom's gonna think this way of me, then I'm done. I am done. Absolutely done. Even when I get better, I'm not talking to my mom again.
So it says here, Kane basically made a statement.
I'm not even gonna even bother calling anymore. I'm not even gonna bother anything anymore with my family. I'm done. I am fucking done. If one of the family members dies and I hear about it, I'm not even gonna care. I'm just gonna let it just like, oh well. I'm not even gonna fly anywhere. I'm just gonna worry about getting my life back together. I'm just hoping the hospital could place me in a halfway house. If they can't, then put me in crisis respite, and I hope they could help put me in a halfway house.
I'd like to make a statement here.
And yes, if I'm in a halfway house, I just need to see how long they can keep me. They're willing to let me stay, and see if I can find anything within that time frame.
Exactly.
If it's 2 years, then I better find a place in 2 years, even if I have to find somewhere out of state. I'm not going to red state though. To red state unless if we get a blue wave in 24. Over that, I'm not going to go to a red state. I'll find. I'll move amongst blue states if I have to wherever a house is available, even if it's in some desert town. I'll take it.
So Kane says, Chloe has seen the burn too many bridges. No one wants to get involved. That's actually the truth. I mean, think of what Chloe can tell you about the real problems here. I mean, Chloe, why don't you tell the viewers, since I'm enjoying this episode, why don't you tell the viewers, close your ears again?
I'm not closing my ears.
So what's wrong with your ears then?
I'm not even touching my ears.
Okay. Why don't you tell the viewers that every mental place you went to, what did they do to you? Who got the responsibilities? Who got the brunt of it, and why?
You did.
Okay, I did, and why?
Because they didn't want to deal with me. They didn't want to deal with my situation. And it's pathetic because they're fucking professionals. They're supposed to be. So why don't they want to deal with someone who, or what is it? They decide to pick which illness they want to treat and which ones they don't.
Well, more likely it's the LGBT part that they don't want to treat.
Well, if I just go back in the closet and get treated, still
I
they're not gonna
don't think
help
you should basically go back in the closet because honestly they would win. The problem is there's a lot going on. I mean, look, Dave is right to a point. You were basically ran out of here. These are bad people. They had their own plan and they instituted it. But I didn't have any say in it. That's the thing. The manager goes to court, Dave, and says, Rita wanted us to take Chloe off the lease. You know what the advocate told me on the damn phone, Dave? If I accept Chloe, then I accept homelessness. That was her exact answer. So what did I do? I said, oh, okay. So then I sat back. I talked to people. I told Chloe, write a letter, do this, do that. What happens? Lawyer, the court thing comes out, and then all of a sudden, Rita wanted her off the lease. Why did they put Advocate 4 in to watch me in the research? They didn't want Chloe there. When I asked Advocate 4, what she heard about Chloe, she says, oh, I can't talk about Chloe's reputation. I always botch it. It could be someone else I'm thinking of. So basically, they're literally working. You got to make it strict, so you don't get any more.
When I get out of mental hospital and I do come back here, it's just to get my stuff. Other than that,
you see,
I'd rather just at this point, I'd rather live in a halfway house than live here.
Chloe, Dave asked a sincere question. Okay, Dave, thanks for asking that question. Okay, Dave's actually wanting to hear your stuff. Tell the manager the whole. Sorry, not the manager. Tell Dave the whole story about why you signed the form. And by the way, she did a classic. She actually did her hand and gave the bird.
I drew a hand with giving the bird. I did that because it just shows that I don't agree with this shit, and it shows how I feel about this, and how they just suddenly threw it at me suddenly. It was like a sudden hit. They don't give you enough time. It's like they want you off. They'll find the worst time to do it and fuck you over, put you on the streets. The halfway house in Arizona doesn't even want me. If I can't find anywhere in Seattle, where am I going to go? I could go to Portland after payday, but they might not. If they're all full, then I have to go probably down to California.
Well, the question he asked is, even though he signed it with a bird, I'm going to use the toilet again since Chloe's here. Chloe, would you explain what the manager did with the little radio thing?
With what radio thing?
Oh, God. What, you're this forgetful?
The manager had a radio?
You remember the radio when I got done researching? Remember the story? That's what he's asking about.
The manager wanted the radio turned off.
Wrong answer. Remember? I was walking out the door. I got to take a dump, okay?
Okay, you're walking out the door.
Remember what she said to me?
That I had to be out by the 30th.
Yeah, but how did it play out? That's what I'm saying. The whole radio thing came into it, remember?
I don't remember that.
So you don't remember me sitting there? Sorry, my temper is getting up there. Where she told me to radio you.
Okay.
Remember what she did then? Or do you even remember?
What day was this?
This was like on a Wednesday. Where she came to the door.
Okay.
Remember after I rated you, after being researched for the first part?
Yeah.
She had a plan to come to the door. Do you even remember?
Okay, I remember that day, the research day,
Yes.
that I was not here.
Oh, God, I'm going to have to explain it before taking a dump. Because Chloe can't even remember.
I'm confused right now, okay? I got a lot going on.
Chloe goes, I go to the research, okay? And Chloe's going to tell her side, too. I go to the research, I have my police scanner, my little radio with me. When I was leaving, the advocate 4 was gone. Manager stares in my face, looks at me, and says, "Radio Chloe. I'm going to her house." That's the story.
Yeah, and then I heard it, and then she showed up at the door.
Right. See?
And it forced me to sign a paper. She's like, if you don't sign it, I'll make sure you sign it because I'll have a way to make sure it gets signed. And if you don't sign it, I'll have law enforcement intervene and arrest you. So I signed the paper and drew a middle finger with the bird. I'm not wanted here. All because I called CPS on someone. It's what started a lot of this. Then they wanted to dig into the past that we had in Moses Lake because that advocate is trying to find any evidence to run me off the island. Of course, the fat cow she is stuffs that ugly hole in her face as fucking Twinkies. Wanted to run me off the island, all because she was ass hurt because one of her clients, who's also a friend of hers, had CPS called on them because they hit their daughter, who was only like 2 years old at the time, 2 or 3. And I only called out of concern. But maybe I shouldn't have made that call. Maybe I should have just kept quiet about it.
So Dave says, go to your brothers. She has a half brother, and he's a complete royal dick. Talk about your half brother.
He's a dick. He only cares about himself.
So he's narcissistic.
Yeah.
There you
I
go.
have a bunch of our siblings, but most of them I've never even met before.
Yeah, you see?
Because on my dad's side, he's got a lot of children. Let's just say he was addicted to having sex with women.
And now he's addicted as having sex as a woman.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to pay child support. He doesn't want to be. Thing is, I'm surprised that they don't have him down on the world's records of having one of the men having one of the top men having the most children, fathering the most children.
See, here's my side of the story. When I was leaving Dave, the manager told me to radio Chloe and tell Chloe she's forcing Chloe off the lease. That was it. She was done. Then when I saw the manager sitting in that blue chair, that's where Chloe tried to explain it to you, Dave. So Dave says, out of concern, so where is Chloe going to go?
Try to go to a hospital. If they don't take me, then I'm going to have to find a bridge that's safe enough for me to sleep under for 3 nights, at least. And then, on payday, I'm going to have to, at that point, if I can't get any help in Seattle, I'm going to head south. If they can't help me in Portland, then I'm going to have to go down to California and hope I can find help there. There's got to be some help in California. They got, like, a lot of cities there. California's the most populated state. They've got to have something. I'll try my luck in Sacramento. Maybe the Bay Area. If that doesn't work, then I'll go to LA, to Los Angeles. If that doesn't work, if the whole LA, Orange County, or whatever area that is, that doesn't help, I'll go to San Diego. If San Diego doesn't help, I'll try the state of Nevada. Then I'll go to Arizona, New Mexico, and Colorado. Or maybe I'll just go fly to New York City and see if I can find help there. It's the largest city in the country. They should have something in New York City. If San Diego doesn't work out, I'll just then book a flight. I'll just get a flight to New York and go to New York City for help. They gotta have something there. You can't tell me that they don't have any hospitals or anything in New York.
I'll explain something in a minute.
Gotta go somewhere.
Okay. Let me explain something from my point of view, being a semi-professional, knowing what goes on in the world, Dave. You see, it needs to be arranged for. That's what we were trying to do, Dave. Unfortunately, let me tell you a little story about Chloe, okay? So the other day, her therapist. So Higgins found a $6 walking stick for $6 and he paid his insurance. Cool. Now let me tell you guys a story about Chloe, okay? So Chloe turns around, right? And because of her severe mental illness, supposedly, okay, I'm not going to say yay or nay, Dave, they got her on the Washington State Medicaid. So if she goes out of state, Oregon, California, Nevada, Ohio, Illinois, Pennsylvania, Boston, remember she wanted to go to Boston. I called the hospital for Chloe last night, the one that is in Girls Interrupted. You've probably seen that movie. Claymore is actually called McLean. They're the leading one for borderline personality. You know what they said? Pulled up Chloe's info and says we can't take her due to the fact that the mental clinic, the counties, the five counties that do North Central, what is it? North Central Behavioral Health that chooses who gets to be hospitalized. Said if Chloe ever leaves the state, they're not paying for the treatment. They will not. So her, because she has Medicaid and Medicare, they can only accept Massachusetts Medicaid and full Medicare. So if you come from out of state, they're going to tell you to go and get medical attention in state because she's been tied to her Washington Medicaid. So Dave says it needs to be arranged before you leave. Again, Dave, what do you think I'm trying to do for Chloe? She's got 6 days. We've contacted every HUD, USDA housing, the housing crisis. I've tried everything under the books. The only thing we haven't tried is a mental hospital, which has to help her. Unfortunately, her therapist put in her file. Again, Chloe remembers this because she asked me after the appointment, what is a pump and dump? Pump and dump is where he pump you for meds for 3 days and then dump you out the door. She even said that in the last 2 appointments. Actually, the last 3 appointments. Right, Chloe? Mm-hmm. So when I talked to a lady today, okay, Chloe doesn't know the whole story. She was with headphones on. So I'm going to break it down for you guys again. And by the way, I thank Chloe for listening because she can answer a few questions too or stop me. So I had to literally wait 45 minutes on hold because they kept dropping me. And then I was put back into the queue. So when I finally got a hold of the lady, I'm on the phone to the lady. And the first thing that's calling while I'm on the phone telling Chloe's information is phone call coming in from her therapist trying to make an appointment. So I hit ignore. Then I tell them, look, Chloe's got 6 days here. And yet Chloe's, what's that word again? Disegregation. And the lady said, yes. I mean, she's going down the toilet. And let me read you this again, okay? It's disegregation, right? I can actually hide it later. Lady said Chloe can't take care of her. Chloe was crying last night, saying I'm a bad person, crying that she's a bad person, crying that she doesn't have a routine, crying and all these things. I'm trying to help her. I even told Chloe today, I am the only advocate around willing to help her, but she can't burn her bridges. I've made arrangements with the management company, Dave. Unfortunately, the management company knows that unless the mental clinic, Chloe can interject in any time. Interject means you can give your own opinion. That the management knows the mental clinic is going to do their own damn thing. Think of what they're doing with Chloe. They're basically sending a therapist out tomorrow. My phone, right here, as you heard, hasn't ringed since I called approximately. What time did I call and talk to that lady? Let me look. So I called approximately 3 hours ago. Where's the DCR? 3 hours ago. So basically, to me, I've done everything I can, right? So what does the therapist say? The therapist says, oh, well, I can schedule a 9 in the morning. You know what the therapist did? They know they can use her as a cash cow. That's fine. Problem is, you want to sit there and say, where's Chloe going to go? I don't know. Problem is, sorry. You see, my hands are tied. You see, I can't do much more. That's the thing. Yes, well, guess what, Dave? Hey, Pee-wee. Chloe turned around and refused the psychiatrist. Would you explain why you refused it? Because this is going to be one hell of a story.
Because the IOP therapist.
Your therapist said last week.
Why I refused?
The psychiatrist.
The psychiatrist. Well, apparently, they wanted you out of the house. Okay. Reason why? Because it kills you off soon. That's why.
Last week at the appointment, the therapist, Chloe can't even think straight. Another relation thing, apparently. Chloe was told, we can get you a psychiatrist. Chloe said, and I quote, I'm sorry, but if I have to wait till sometime in mid-May to get a psychiatrist or June, I'm homeless. What's that going to do for fucking me?
All it says, like, well, at least you'll have one then. Yeah.
You see, Dave, that's the thing. You'll have one then. They didn't offer a psychiatrist till last week. Did they offer a psychiatrist before then?
I turned one down before, but this is before the whole situation. Thing is, yes, the owners of AdWest said if I was medicated, I could come back, but I don't think I want to come back. I'm starting to consider not coming back. And if I do come back, I'm only going to come back to get my stuff, and then I'm leaving. Then I'm getting back on the next ferry, pulling out, so I could be on my way. So I could go somewhere else. I'll probably end up always moving somewhere. I'll probably end up heading further south until I hit San Diego, and then after San Diego, I might just say fuck it and go to New York, go to New York City. There's just got to be something out there. There, maybe Philadelphia. I'll try my luck on the East Coast.
You okay?
Yeah. If I can't get if I end up down as far as San Diego and still nothing is working, I'm flying to the East Coast. I'm going to New York City and trying something there. I'm gonna have to try something in New York. Maybe Philadelphia, Boston, which McLean is not an option.
Well, no hospital is an option as long as you're connected to Washington Medicaid. That's what I'm trying to explain.
Take myself off Washington Medicaid. That's the thing. I will. If I have to leave Washington, I'm taking myself off the Medicaid for sure. And I'm going to be going to whatever state I can. Medicare probably won't even pay for it.
Well, one of the funny things in the world is, okay, I got a story for you, okay? So earlier today, I was talking to you guys, reading PDFs with you guys about the ITA. Chloe doesn't like the ITA, but so basically it goes like this, my friends. The ITA, no, her disability money is nationwide. She's on SSDI. We're talking about Medicaid, Dave. Medicaid's the medical program she's on. Because she brings in X amount, she still gets Medicaid. Because of it, she qualifies for Medicaid. Fortunately, so her disability money is nationwide. All right. So it's a Social Security disability insurance. Okay. So she can get it anywhere. Fortunately, I talked to the lady about ITAs today. Apparently, the lady said Chloe can order someone to drain her bank account once a month until she got out of the hospital. Okay. But because where were we? So basically, when I was talking to the lady about ITAs, because that's what they call involuntary treatment acts. Yeah. But basically, it goes like this. Okay. And by the way, Higgins, you're talking about canes. I know you're watching this too, Higgins. Let me just show you for the record. When I go out, I always walk with a cane. See? There you go. See? My cane. Okay, so I love all of you, as you know, but the problem is Chloe, of course, is got 6 days. So I didn't get to finish the whole story, so I can leave. So Chloe and I can figure out supper tonight. It's either going to be ramen or soup, soup or ramen. You see, when I was talking to this lady today, I told her, look, there's a lot of problems, right? And, Chloe, we need to document this. And, the DCR needs to be apprised of the situation, which, by the way, 3 hours later, where's the DCR calling? They leave in 1 hour. So that tells you right there, this ain't important. You see, the DCR is literally giving up on Chloe because the guy that talked to me the other week had the sheriff talk, right? And he called me back and said Chloe weaseled her way out of it. Admitted that she made threats, but said it out of anger. They let her go. Fortunately, he's tired because he thinks Chloe's trying to use this to get housing. And he said it ain't our job to get housing. So she goes to a mental hospital. They're going to be notified of why she got into housing, you see. And so this lady took the information, but as she was taking it, she had her therapist call me, and I ignored the call. But when I told her, look, Chloe's basically, you got to expect.
I'll just go back there. I'm done anyways explaining my story.
You got to expect, fine, I'll move the camera back then. You got to expect. I told them, you got to expect Chloe's depression. The lady was like, well, if she can't cook but for herself and won't clean all the dishes for when you cook big meals for her, and she won't clean these dishes, she won't vacuum, she's living in a fly-infested fly farm, Then they said Chloe needs to be involuntary committed, but the involuntary commitment card can't be used because she hasn't destroyed property. And yet the triggers that I told the lady literally was triggering of finances, for one. Think about it. She spends her money in 10 days. The lady put that in the record. 10 days. Lady said Chloe needs to pay. I said that'd be argued with Chloe and you. You don't argue about finances, not with Chloe. Then we talked about the 12, 13 charges I had on my card. I still can't figure out. Lady put that in the note. Literally, I said they're investigating, this and this and this. I told her everything, it took me. So then, being transgendered, they don't want to deal with Chloe's mental stability due to the fact that they don't want to deal with her anymore. Sorry, Higgs, doesn't work for me. Sorry, made me do it. All right, so the homeless guy. See? Vagrancy. So, polar bear, yeah, okay. So, bottom line is Chloe basically turns around, right? And the thing is last time I spoke to the management company, okay, let me tell you about the 3 DCR talks, okay? When I talked to the guy the first time after Chloe got served a no trespass order, he says I can't do anything. Then I said, okay, whatever. She's basically went to 3 businesses, verbally attacked them, and you claim that that's not normal, but oh well, we're not dealing with it. I deal with it. Then she goes and gets basically told she's not being recerted because of it, and I'm trying to make a deal with the management company. And yet, his answer is, even if she goes to a mental hospital, we can't guarantee we can get her housing. So if that's her only priority to get medicated is for housing, it ain't going to work. Your plan is stupid. She should just accept being a homeless bum, drinking out of a paper brown bag and pissing behind a concrete wall under a freaking overpass. Quote, unquote. So, you tell me, Dave and Kane, what do you do? Then when he talked to him again, he says, look, I can't basically get her to a hospital. She won't talk to me. She calls me a beaner and a spick. I ain't dealing with her. She can literally go live in a hole for all I care because it's not my job to help someone who's a racist, white supremacist piece of crap who's basically calling me a beaner and spick because she wants what she wants and she can't have it and she's throwing a temper tantrum. He said, no. Look what happened with the other thing. Let me break it down for you, okay? So Chloe, of course, goes ahead. What does she do? Right? She goes ahead. What's she do? You're saying, oh, what does she do? When she moved in April of 2017, they were all willing to help her. But as time went on, they wanted to medicate her, and she told them to fuck off. So 3 months into her tenancy with me in Moses Lake in July, and then September, and then November, she went to the mental hospital. First time, Cascade. They got her on meds, said, don't get off of them. Chloe comes home and says, what killed your husband? Psych meds. She flushed him down the toilet. 2 months later, she got worse and worse and worse. They refused to help her. They said, we can help you, but you have to do outpatient care. She said, fuck you. She went on a bus or train and went to freaking Ephrata, and then from Ephrata to Seattle to Harborview. Put her in Fairfax. Again, they put her back on meds. 2 weeks later, she gets out. She comes home. She realizes meds are going to kill. Flushed him down the shitter again. Third time. Well, wait. Third time was 3 months later. So it was like 2018. It was like March, right? She couldn't handle it. She literally couldn't handle that I just had extensive surgery, and she was freaking flipping her lid. So she goes on a Greyhound bus to Harborview. They tell her, management company, everyone else doesn't want her to live there because she's too violent. She's threatened to kill a African Scottish woman. She won't go through it. Then, when they discharge her, her mom pulls so many damn fast ones because her mom doesn't want to deal with her. I'm stuck with her. So I get done with surgery, get into everything, and then from April of 2018 to August, I had to deal with her temper. And she comes here. From August to September, she's falling in love with a black kid, 21, 22, like 10 years younger than her. What happened? Might be 19 at the time. No, maybe 21. What happens? She ends up going to a local hospital. They commit her to the psych ward in Marysville. They kicked her out 3 days later, saying she refuses her medical records and she refuses her so people that her Medicaid was stuck in Grant County. She didn't change it. She didn't want to change it. So what happened, Dave? They dumped her out 3.5 days. Didn't get meds. Didn't get anything. Kicked her out. Look what Chloe said today. Well, I hope I go to a mental hospital because I need a break from everyone. Good. Go for it. Fortunately, the phone ain't ringing. So Chloe's now calmed down. But they use the therapy card. Why? Because truthfully, they don't want to deal with Chloe. Think about it. They don't want to deal with Chloe. Think about it. They didn't call. Why? They got it all documented. It's documented, if Chloe doesn't leave on Sunday, she gets jailed. Or no trespass order. If she argues with the sheriff, they'll handcuff her. See? Manager wins. Chloe, of course, worried about her property. Chloe's worried about where she's going to go. The manager, okay, Dave, you say right here, it needs to be arranged before you go. Arranged for what? She spent all her money, Dave. One of the things I was telling the lady is Chloe has a problem spending everyone's money, including mine. All right. Chloe's broke. Chloe's literally broke. Chloe's paranoid. She was told that if she shows up at the local hospital, they will put a no trespass order on her. So think about it. I'm going to go use the restroom. But I do need to go soon, people, because your comments are not answering. And Dave only came out of the woodwork when Chloe was here. You hear Chloe's story. You say the manager. You see, the DCR, Dave, doesn't want to deal with Chloe. They're going to find any and all ways to make a few quick bucks by basically then letting Chloe basically lose it when she's homeless. They can nail her for fucking vagrancy. Have you ever thought of that card? Oh, Chloe's wandering the streets of Seattle. They pick her up. They haul her off. She gets the county jail for vagrancy. She goes to court. She gets vagrancy and 30 days in the slammer and 3 square meals a day, 3 hots and a cot because they put her there. Why? Because she destroyed herself by telling the manager to F off. But she also told, the mental health system is milking her. Think about it. I'd like to hear you guys' opinions. Are they, no one's going to answer me. Kane, Dave, are they milking Chloe for the cash cow? Yes, but Chloe's not jumping through the necessary hoops. I mean, look what Pee Wee said. I do got to go tinkle. So she says, goes around, comes around to bite you in the ass. You see? Bite you in the ass. See that? That's exactly Pee Wee's answer. And it's true. She's had 6 years to get better. She hasn't done it. We got coffee and we got milk. I got a meeting tomorrow and I got to be up early. So we better get some reviews done and cleaning done. Cleaning doesn't get done by itself. And I got the bathroom nearly clean. So just got to figure out what I'm going to eat for dinner tonight. Maybe we dump out that thingy, you know. You see, this is what's sad about the whole world. You see, I leave, and what do I get for it? To use the toilet, right? Not one stinking comment. I'd like to ask you, Kane and Dave and whoever else is watching, what are you here for? Prepping or the drama? Because frankly, I'll tell you what I'm getting tired of. I came here to give you guys an update, all right? And I keep telling you to keep on prepping because something big's going to happen. Media is going down the toilet. People are being fired. And yet, all you guys are more interested in is the drama. But you look at the calendar, people, there's only 6 days left on the clock. Now, there is a clock somewhere. I can't remember where it is. I'll give you guys an update on that in a second because I did post a clock, right? It's called the Chloe Countdown Clock. So we have 6 hours and 10 minutes left. Or, sorry, 6 days, 10 minutes. 6 days, 10 minutes. 6 days, 10 minutes, people. You see? Right here. Chloe's deadline. 6 days, 10 minutes, 36 seconds. You see? Truth's in the pudding, peeps. And then Higgins says, I'm breaking the toilet chain. No, I'm actually tired, Higgins. See, Higgins is like a big brother to me. He knows how much stress I'm going through. He tries to talk me through some of the stress. But here's the thing. How can I enjoy life when I got her talking about her sex change going to be taken away, or her hormones are going to be taken away, or Donald Trump's going to be president again, or all this crap? I mean, I don't give two shits about politics, and I don't care if tranny rights get taken away for the most part. But thing is when the mental health center sits there, right, and they ask, well, what do you want us to do about it? I want options. I mean, you got 6 days. Tomorrow could be worse. Tomorrow she could blow up having a no toilet paper, or she could blow up at her therapist, or she could blow up at my advocate. I mean, literally, I got to go talk to my advocate tomorrow on business. I got 4 points I got to make tomorrow. 4. And yet, Chloe turns around and they're just like, oh. So, a DCR hasn't called. Damn it. I gotta stop putting this in my pocket. And then, oh, look at that. There's a massive scratch on this. Oh, well. Or did it crack, actually? It looks like it cracked. Oh, yeah, it's cracking right there. Oh, well, you know what? As long as it still works, right? I'll leave it on the chair. But you see, you look at this, right? So, where is it? No calls. Why isn't it answering? Because, seeing if this is really a crack. Or is it a knife split? Yeah, maybe I need to buy a new one next month or something. I don't know. My phone's still, with that crack there is really interesting. You can't see it that well in the light. It's actually on the front. So it seems the front part's cracking and the back part's slightly trying to crack. Okay, well, we'll just put it over here. It ain't going to ring tonight. You guys know this. But I'll do one more pinch with you and then I'm out, okay? Point being is the American people and everyone that comes to listen to the Chloe drama needs to realize, and I'm recording this not just for me, people, but for Chloe, so you guys can understand. You know what? I'm glad you said that, Dave, because, Dave, or not Dave, Kane, because when the time comes, if you would genuinely on payday, if you want to put your name in the hat between you and Higgins, you'd have a 50% chance of winning a gift card, because frankly, I just want to say you're freaking absolutely right. Think about it. He said, hold on. They don't care where Chloe goes. That's the first question I want to say. They don't. Think about it. Dave says, oh, you need to have a plan. What plan? Chloe didn't make a plan. Higgins and I talked about it. What has Chloe done? I've done all the phone calls, all the emails. I've emailed so many. My email, I had to delete them all. You know how many places contacted me? All of them. All housing applications, emails, full. Higgins says, "Oh, you're going to email." Yeah, I did. Trust me. While you're basically sitting around doing things, I've basically been emailing like crazy, okay? That's where the cut and paste method comes in. You cut one message and you send it out. Eventually, you fill up your outbox. Just want her out. You see? Kane's completely right. Just want her out. Think about it. Dave says, "Oh, well, Chloe needs to stay with me." How is she going to stay with me? You see? Let me tell you something, Dave. They don't care. See, Kane, give Mr. Kane a cigar. He hit the nail on the head. You see, Chloe, they don't want Chloe around. Think about it. Oh, which reminds me, Mr. Dave, now that Chloe's back in her room, let me do something for you. Here you go. You ready? Here you go. Listen to this. Whoops. Is it even going? I played it. Want me to play it again for you guys? I even. It's an LG and they don't make them anymore, Higgins. Now, you want me to play it again? Let's play it again. So, the microphone is here. So, now that I know. Okay. You want to hear it again? Because I'm playing it once more. It just. On the streets. There you go. What do you make of it, huh, peeps? It's 2 times. That's Chloe, waking everyone up at 3 in the morning. The only reason why I know about it, neighbor sent me a copy. Also, she was on the police scanner littering. So, does anyone want to say anything about it? Because that's why Chloe went to her room also. She knew I was going to play it. You see? These are why people don't want to deal with someone that's mentally too... and Dave, okay, I'm not going to insult Dave. Dave's been a good sport today. He hasn't been negative at all. But Higgins have seen the video. Kane has heard the video. I actually sent a copy to Higgins completely. He's actually, I think, played it. Higgins has seen the video. I would like to get Higgins to translate it into a video format where I can actually share that with you all, but I can't because it won't let me see it through Google thing. You know, I want to send it that way, but I can't, you see. So if Higgins can, No, that was a freaking. She sent it to me as a video. And that's in a thing where it says I can't view it. Remember, it's telling me I cannot quote unquote view it in Google Voice. Thing is I was sent to Google Voice and then she sent it to my phone. Since then, I have not been able to get it off my phone or make it into a video to share with you all because, that's something I really wanted to do, you know. I mean, I tried to do it, but I sent it to Poppy. He saw it through his phone. But how, look, Higgins, I tried to get it sent. What, you want me to send it to you again? I mean, literally, I can send it to you, but it ain't, you're going to tell me you can't view it. I mean, literally, it's a special multimedia built for flip phones, apparently. So, is that a text message? Yes, it's a text message. She sent it to me. Oh yeah. Well, apparently, I have a. Here's the plug. You see, here's the plug. So the thing is I could plug it in. If you want me to try it, I could, but I don't think it's gonna work. I'd have to disable the camera, the mic. Yeah, fine. I'll send it to you again. It's already saved, so what I'll do is. Whoops. I need to message clear. Butt pocket. Okay, so what's Higgins' number again? I need to see the zip code. Here you go. Thank you. I know Higgins' zip code. Here we go. View. This is Higgins' copy. And then go options. And then go forward. I'm forwarding this to. There you go. See? Higgins' number. And then say done. And send. See? And then I want to go up here and go options, forward to my phone, 360. All right, giving you guys the number, my Google Voice. And then done. Okay. And send. Okay. And there you go. Now, if I go to my Google Voice, it'll say message arrived. Right? It says file type not supported. See? And then it shows this. And then I need to find out how come, and then I need to basically download, but it won't let me download it, see? And I can't email it because I don't have an email client, you see? So technically, again, it's all a bunch of crap, see? It said it won't go through. Now, it only goes through if it's through a cell phone. Poppy saw it. Tara saw it. Everyone saw it. Of course, you see, everyone has seen it, but I can't get it. I can't have my advocate email me. She refuses to send me a copy of it in an email, so it's stuck on this phone. So unless I know how to basically go ahead and micro take it out, it won't go through Higgins. It's just I sent me a copy of it too. It says file not supported. Remember, I sent you a thing too. See, I sent you one, and you basically, So I sent me a copy too. So unless there's a way to get it off my phone, there is no way. I mean, I don't even have an email application. Is there a gallery? Let me see. Can I actually download that? Nope. No pictures. Oh, send. See, my damn phone is so fucking. Yeah, see, I just sent it to Higgins 4 weeks ago, and yet. It says here, select messages. attachments, and then it says options, save, download folder. Okay, let me see if I can fucking do this. Let me just turn off my microphone, my mouse. Hold on, before I do my mouse thing, let me see if I can actually download it real quick. Give me 1 second, Pete. Chloe cleaning the damn house up. Chloe misplaced my micro USB plugs. Here's my thing for my. I don't know what this is. This is my. See, there's these cables, right? Is this what I'm looking for? You see, will this fix the phone? Let me see. Doubt it. Looks too small. Actually. Let's see. Nope, too big. See, sorry. This thing is too big, I think. See? That's the thing. Chloe misplaced my cables. So even if I wanted to get it off the damn server or the phone, I can't. You see? You're like, oh, just got to do this and do that. Really? Uh-huh. And these things are too damn big, Higgs. Well, you need to do this, you need to do that, blah, blah, blah. Right. Mm-hmm. So in the meantime, while I'm looking for these micro USB cables we don't have. You know, because Chloe misplaced all my cables yet again. Every time I think this will work, it won't work. Nope, don't work. Too big. See? Every damn. Oh, ha! Finally. All right, let's see if this works, Higgins. All right, so let's just. Okay. All right. While I'm at it, I might do something real quick, too. All right, hold on. Shit. I can't do this. I can't. The reason for it is because I have to have the mouse to work. So without the mouse, I can't connect. You see? And they didn't give me enough USB plugs. Yeah. So. Yeah, figures. Try your email address. Fine. Fine. Let me see. Options. Select attachments. Options. Nope, can't do it. So, fine. Nope, won't do it. It's a flip phone, Higgs. It won't let me access the oh, here we go. There you go. Done. Send. Let's see if that works, Higgins. Doubt it does. Oh, yeah, just send it that way to an email. It should be easier. It still says can't read it. Yeah. Well, guess what? It's telling me my phone number is not going to be texting in because apparently it won't do it. See, there you go. See, it says right here, unable to send. See? New multi-message right there. Converting to multi-message into data command. So I gave my email address like Higgins says, and it says sender should visit the support Google Gmail here. Otherwise, it's not allowing it, you see. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to basically log off here in a minute, and then I will be back. Give me about 5 minutes, okay? And then we'll continue this. And then I'll have my pinch, and we'll talk. Please add and subscribe. Please post comments, leave feedback, suggestion. Hit the like, subscribe buttons. Hold some fun for your family, including your dogs, your cats, your bunnies, your service dogs, your service bunnies. Hit the bell notification, thumbs up button, subscribe button. Keep the comments nice, all we ask. Thank you, and God bless you in everything you do.